Greetings. Welcome to Big Boy Boss Battles 3. We are in the second two fights of the second round in the winner's bracket. And this time we have our first appearance of the Dragon Slang by Borderwise, who got a bye for the first round due to the weird way it pairs. But yeah, so the Dragon Slang, Hydrofoil, War Canoe Mark 2.5, or basically an edited version by myself to fit the compliance rules for the tourney, going up against the 10 Crammandments by myself. So yeah, get the music started. I am recording in general chat, so I'm joined by Lionel and Coffee Zombie. Coffee Zombie's away to get coffee, but should be back shortly. And music. Let's get it started. Yeah, first volley off target. With the speedy broadside of the Dragon Slang. Not surprising. So far, Dragon Slang is untouched. It needs to receive a cram volley, really. It looks like that one hit. Took out one of the laser turrets. Unlike the German gun, the 10 Commandments is actually pretty strong against mortars, because the way the lambs are set up, more lambs nodes are actually able to target incoming mortar shells. And that's some good cram hits. Same general area. I think that might have taken out one of these two cram. Yeah, I don't see anything in there.
Well, even if fire is still functional, that arrow would not allow it to be useful.
Yeah, any kind of firing restrictions, any kind of fail-safe wouldn't allow it to fire from that.
I do wonder why more people don't disable those, especially if they're firing something like APHE, pure AP. If you know you have the damage to make it through your own armor with a clipped barrel, you should just fire anything. Same with packs.
Well, packs are risky. Well, it depends on how you Tetris them, but they...
Oh, well, yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, in terms of firing restrictions, you shouldn't worry about firing through your own armor with a pack.
Oh, yeah, true, fair. Sometimes they might be set up on the same targeting system as another weapon, like an APS. But I do see what you're saying. Like, if you have it on its own targeting, yeah, you don't need to worry about restrictions. And the cram firing too far. HP really equal.
Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Hello, welcome, Coffee. We are in the first fight for the Drakenslang versus the 10 Crammandments.
This will be an interesting battle.
Yeah, it seems like the Lamb was strong enough with the help of some of the interceptor missiles to take out one of the cram shells. And the others unfortunately missed, which is like one of the main strengths for the Drakenslang is its speed and maneuverability. It's hard to hit with a cram, comparable to most of the entries.
But the Gimli beats the Drakenslang, doesn't it?
Well, both versions for this tournament are edited from their original, so it's completely impossible to say whether that's still the case. For this one, I would expect, like, if this was an unedited Drakenslang, that it would win over my ship. With the nerf to the speed, cutting its max to 50, I don't know for sure if it still will. Like, this is
fair enough.
This is a really close battle, and the HP is going down pretty equally. It really depends on how many of the cram shells miss from the Crammandments.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Let's see how the Crammandments is doing, because Drakenslangs.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, well, it has very high redundancy. You think, if anything, same levels of damage would favor it.
Would favor the Cram?
Yeah. I mean, distributed as it is.
Yeah, it's a wee bit big. It's got a bit of extra space in there.
One of the things is not as redundant on the Crammandments is the fact that the targeting for some of the... Well, it's separated out into multiple AIs, right? So if one of the AIs gets taken out, it can cripple an otherwise what would be fully functional cram turret.
Oh. Does it not have multiple AI per channel?
Not per channel, no. And that's probably partially an oversight on my part, but I also didn't... Well, because I've noticed before that sometimes having multiple targetings on the same channel, they can fight with each other for where to target. And with a slow turret rotation, I didn't want that to happen too much. Probably could have gotten around it if I set the targeting speed down to like maybe 30 seconds at any particular spot, but
you can also have like synapses, like relay nodes that receive from many channels at once, but all send out to the same channel, which is the kind of received by the guns. That way, one AI has all the guns until it dies.
That is new to me. I will try that out at some point. I didn't know that you could do that.
I used a dead man switch in mine.
So for the the node that you're talking about, so you would set up one AI that's receiving from multiple channels?
Oh, you have like a connector, just a regular old AI connector covered in like say 5 wireless connectors and one wireless receivers and one transmitter.
Yeah. Okay.
and then 5 AI talk on those channels. The transmitter transmits on a 6th channel, and you have a bunch of these blocks all over the place. That way, the highest priority AI owns all of these 6 ways until it dies, and then the next one takes over.
Jesus, that's a good idea.
It really is. I like that a lot.
I feel stupid again. Thanks,
I've
Lionel.
built a lot of these hyper redundancy builds, but they're fun to think about.
Yeah, that's something I'll definitely be trying in the future. That's one of the great things about participating in tournaments. You learn a lot of information that you take in and then use at a later point in time. Well, the 10 Commandments is down on health by nearly 10%, well, 9%-ish. It's fluctuating a bit, but seems like the weapon systems haven't really been targeted much. The Crammandments is gone. The laser's still going. Guess the laser not doing a ton against the Commandments, but APS and Cram certainly will.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure we can see part of the laser housing in the holes there. Like when you look down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There's that cram shell right here. So we got the heavy armor beam slope layer did a good job protecting against that one. Although,
Oh!
yeah, nice.
Still up though.
Nice hit. Well, I'm not sure. I don't think this one's functional anymore. Yeah, no, that turret is effectively out, other than as target practice or damage soaking. There's that.
Yeah, him on half-dead Cram is still a very good target as far as aim point is concerned. Doesn't get much more clustered than that.
Yeah, and every shell that does aim for an already more or less dead Cram turret is not winning the attrition war so well.
Not aiming for anything more useful.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was working on a name for the Steampunk Diesel Punk tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I came up with Steam D's. Punk.
Okay.
That's all I got so far.
Have you thought about how you're gonna work Cram limitations, or if you're gonna make any further changes to the APS?
The APS I upped its max limit.
On
For Cram?
On which? On rate of fire or firing pieces?
Firing pieces.
Okay.
What's the what are the like general draft rules? Is there a draft somewhere?
Sorry, say it again?
What's the general shape of the rules so far? Is there a draft somewhere?
Yeah. It's in the channel under Steampunk, or in the CZ Savage Salvage. It's all written down in the Diesel Punk tournament section.
Yeah, the fact that these diff guns are still able to fire is also... I mean, each of these shells can do a lot of damage, even if they're just slow firing diff.
Yeah. Diff guns are good, man. They're,
Yep, yeah. That's part of the reason why I had the number of firing pieces restriction for this tournament. I didn't want, like, a gun bed just loaded up with tons of diff guns.
I mean, like the wall of diff?
Something like that, yeah.
It was an entry for one of the newbie rumbles. It was just a box with diff guns on top.
Okay.
And it was very effective because it won.
Yeah.
Could I inquire about reasoning for the no more than one stacked sub-object?
Oh, hey, not the text file. The other file. Just the open one. Text file I haven't updated.
Ah, I see.
The idea of limiting sub-objects was just to cut down the shenanigans, but I upped it to 2 stacked on top. So, that should be able to do everything.
More or less the same here. I didn't want certain shenanigans, but there was the one exception in the tournament, which is the laser turrets here on Borderwise's entry, just because, like, I needed to do the changes, and I mean, they're like I said, basically more or less aesthetic purposes.
Hey, I didn't even realize. So, for one, that was a rule, and another that it's violated by this. Huh. It occurs to me that I think the ACB scanners in the Nostrand are actually also stacked spin blocks instead of turrets.
I thought that the like glass bits that were coming out were just purely aesthetic.
Oh, I maybe should have been clearer. No, the glass itself is purely aesthetic, but the thing spinning it is very much functional. It holds ACBs, which scan the target.
Okay.
I say we blame Cthulhu. That's my thinking on that.
A compelling argument.
Oh, what do we have here? Time? Yeah, that's time. So, the Dragon Slang winning round 1 on this with 76.8 to 60.4. Both of them still battling away, but the Dragon Slang looks like it's pretty clearly in control.
Yeah, has anyone else won all the time? And run out of time?
Say again?
Yes, there have been a couple that have gone to time, but it's... I think they haven't been quite as close, though. Okay.
The hell of a name on the Drachensong. I think that's the issue.
Yeah. True. I mean, I wanted non-Discord goers that might see the video to be clear that
it wasn't the Drachenslag original?
Right. If it loses, it's not Borderwise's fault entirely.
Oh, the aim point on yours, Lionel. I was wondering if it was going under because were those shells super calved?
They are, because of that exact reason.
Yeah. Well, then I had no other ideas.
Yeah, I'm about to test. I haven't had enough any opportunities, technically. Actual time to realistically allocate. So,
Fair enough.
you know how it is.
I do. I remember being absolutely crammed to the very end on this puppy. Is that laser doing nothing, or is it just not rendering the damage?
Well, it's doing like tickle damage. I have the feeling that possibly there weren't limitations set for how low the charge should go.
Oh.
Would be my best guess. So like it starts out strong and then just because it doesn't let up, right? So
Could the engines be damaged already?
I mean
Nope.
that's possible, but
You always just press V and check the power on the Draken Slang.
I'm heading over there. It is also trying to fight through planar shields, which are lining the entire side. So,
Power.
well, I'm checking the laser. It's down to 43.31. It was just at 61, so it took a significant dip right there.
Power's under the power section. Well, it's not using the fuel engines, but that's suspicious. Oh, there it goes. Looks like it's hungry for power.
And the cram on mine are AP frag, so 180 frag. It looks like this turret's been turned off. Good for me, I suppose.
You guys are still pretty even.
Yeah, well,
Actually, no, you're not. You're way ahead.
Crammandments is ahead this time, so.
Well,
Well, if-
is high variance.
Yeah, if it hits, it does a lot. If it misses, it does nothing, so. I'm not sure which is more all or nothing diff, like mass diff guns, or cram, because they're all or nothing in like two different ways. The diff being
How's that?
The diff being more alpha focused, so you get like a huge massed volley. Some of them will probably miss the target, but like if you don't take out this like weapon systems, if you don't do enough damage, the long reload leaves you vulnerable during that time. Cram, just if they hit, they can do massive damage.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. And they are like huge clusters of blocks for the purposes of targeting, but they're a bit more consistent, more steady, I'd say.
Well, they've got there's follow-up shots on the way.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Also, I just the completed a test, I can confirm the targeting algorithm is upside down.
And
Oh, for yours?
is that on you, or is that on like From the Depths coding?
That's on me, but I had fixed this before, so it's on me and my version control.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. We all know Winnie the Pooh's gonna win.
I'm not 100% on it. It's a really good entry, but if something does manage to survive it long enough,
Yeah, that's the only chance. Is that you just
Or-
live long enough
yeah.
for it to run out of materials and then let it sink itself.
yeah, or take out its firing piece in like one of the rounds, right? So
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's like what, a solid block of armor up top. I think he was saying.
in the front, if you arc
Yeah.
if you arc over that, then it's actually really vulnerable.
Mm.
But of course, it's like a small section of ship that really has the connection for the weapon. Like if you take out that critical connection, where it connects to all the rest of the like chargers and clips and everything.
Yep. Yeah. All I gotta do is hit one block within somewhere under 100,000 blocks, and it's all good. It's all good.
Well, you can
Yeah,
also
it's-
just drill through it faster than it drills through you.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah,
plan.
that's-
I did
that's
not
gonna
bring
be-
the heavy-duty sandblasters.
That's gonna be hard. I mean, not impossible, but I will be curious to see how such a matchup goes. It looks like the Ten Crammandments is getting this one, but still plenty of time on the clock.
Yep.
Oh wow, there also appears to be some fuckery with the firing piece IDs. They shuffled themselves. That's why the time fuses aren't working. That's definitely an FTD moment.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
That's really weird. Because the same... Someone saw it happening in the battle. This is the first time I've seen it, like, on this computer. Which is... It's almost like it happened after you loaded it in, and then again after I loaded it in.
Huh.
See, this is why they should make FTD 2. Take more of my money so I can spend more of my time playing this game.
I mean,
That's all I request.
I'd buy it.
Like, they didn't quite sell me on the anime girls and the old man in the sea stuff, but who knows? Maybe that'll be a big seller for adventure mode people. Whoever they are. Bunch of weirdos. Has anyone here played adventure mode, by the way?
Yes, decent amount. Mostly with friends.
Been a long time.
It's interesting how the game lifetime has changed over the years of gaming. Like back in the day, like a game would maybe stay popular for top 5 years, with the exception of StarCraft. But nowadays it seems like you get games that are like going for 10 years and still trucking along just fine. Like RimWorld and FTD, you know?
You're talking to an old timer. I remember, like, you know, Final Fantasy VII and its
God bless it.
popularity. Yeah. Or even better, Final Fantasy. Well, depending on whether you're talking American or Japanese, 3 or 6.
Oh, yeah, I remember playing the S out of that. Yeah, well, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but like, or maybe it's just me getting older. Because like a lot of my favorite games are almost 10 years old.
Oh yeah, yeah. Perception gets a bit weird as you get older because you're facing the same amount of like time, but it's less of your life, right? So
Yeah.
Honestly, what threw me off was how quickly that started to happen.
Say again?
how quickly that started to happen.
Yeah. Like, you turn 20, like, even, yeah, I'd say about 20, and bam.
I don't know. 2025, I recall being taken forever. 25 to 30, that went by pretty quick. And
Yeah,
then one day I went to sleep at 35, and I just woke up at like 40.
yeah, same.
Can't say I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, it's better than not looking forward to it. Or has
Fair
a
enough.
path.
Well, the Drakenslay's engines have completely turned off.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
Yep. Oh, that's
Yeah, I much prefer to the alternative, of course.
Yeah, no, the Dragonslang's pretty floaty. It's not gonna sink, but lack of propulsion. Oof.
I thought I had 27 backup fuel engines.
Well, maybe
Like when you
once
click on
upon a
power.
time.
Jesus, like a couple of them should still be kicking around.
Well, there's this one here. It looks like. Nope. Yeah, Dragon Slaying this time 2 damaged, and it is despawning. 10 Crammandments taking it, so we have a round 3.
Ho ho! I'm anticipating excitement.
Okay. Oops, I took a screenshot. I need to do that.
Well, let's watch the crams go in.
They are missing. They're off target. Well, at least some of them. Did any actually hit? No. I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it.
Yep, that was a lack of excitement.
I'm getting a lot of audio clicks. I'm not sure if that's one of y'all's mics or what's happening.
I hear it as well, which I think there's down the public copies, but
My mic ain't green.
Maybe it's Discord acting up.
no, that would leave FTD, most likely.
Well, we should link it to the mode module.
Yeah,
is
turning
part
up
of the
the
future.
volume on your stream made the clips much more audible. So that's
I'm
where
hearing it. I think it's on the stream. like in the FTD?
Yeah, it's in game.
Okay. I have no idea what to do about it. I can try setting the options sound to maybe down to 0.
Worst comes to worst, after this battle, just reboot FTD.
Yeah.
Or we could try talking over it.
Yeah,
Clickety click click click.
It's still going on. Oh well.
Oh.
No help for it right now.
I was gonna say, it just means that you're kicking ass so much that you're breaking the game. Or
Yeah.
Drakenslang is kicking ass so much he's breaking the game.
Right?
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, did you ever figure out the rules around copyrighted music and YouTube?
It's just a monetization thing.
So your channel won't get shut down?
Well, I'm not monetized.
No. Hey, tell me you can't make sweet pennies off the 13 views?
Cramshells, yeah, still just largely missing. They're getting juked by the Dragonslang's maneuvers.
Not enough, though. Jiminy Cricket, man.
Enough have hit that they've done a good amount of damage. I think that one probably came in down below. Took this out.
The War Canoe is a beautiful ship.
Yeah, like, the design on it is intelligent. It's extremely fast. And as I've mentioned before, for compliance sake, the top speed needed to be cut significantly. Normally it could go about 90 meters per second and cut down to about 50. So that's a large nerf on its capabilities.
Yeah. Cram would have problems hitting 90.
It sure would. I mean, it already has some trouble hitting 50.
No, I was watching that mini-series, The Terror, about the Franklin expedition that's been dramatized. A bunch of Victorian age ships go up to try to find the Northwest Territory Passage, and everybody does. I don't want to give it away, but it's not a happy ending.
Yeah, was that the one where they got caught in ice?
Yeah, with the polar bear and stuff.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I just know about the story of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think I'm going to try to do an attack iceberg version of it. Like a Victorian ship stuck inside a iceberg.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Not sure what tournament I'm going to do it for yet, but...
You could do, like, slightly opaque glass for the iceberg.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I talked to Mel for that. He's been doing icebergy stuff for the Christmas campaign.
Who has?
Melchiorada.
Man, those are your words. Say that again?
Melchiora.
Melchiorada. An individual.
Alright. I'm hearing Melky Eldorado, so,
Is
I'm
it,
definitely off.
is it Melchiorida?
Natural. I mean, it sounds like what should be a Spanish.
Okay. Again, my poor American tongue is.
But I'm not.
so
I'm not
great.
sure about the the list D. That's if it's in Spanish. But I'm not.
Okay.
Well, that sounds cool. Is it a custom campaign? Is that what's going on?
Oh, this is the official Christmas campaign. I'm doing the map for it.
Oh, I didn't know there was an official Christmas
Uh-huh.
campaign.
Okay. Nice.
One day I'm going to play more of the custom campaigns.
There are a few out there that are really, really cool. I'm working on a faction for a custom campaign presently. You know what I'm talking about, it having joined in on the server for it.
The Aquili company. Yeah, I dropped one for it. Didn't hear anything back, so moo.
Yeah, Hellcat's really busy with a constant barrage of blueprints, so
He needs to make those gatekeepers more challenging. I think that'd stop the trash builds. Like,
there are a lot of relative newbies though, so
yeah, maybe.
Not gonna lie, there's really not much space for an easier campaign. Neither is already comically easy, and it's basically impossible to make a campaign too difficult. Oh my goodness.
yeah, that just took out that turret. So it's From the Depths is a weird game in that neither is too hard for beginners and too easy for those that have been around for a while. And and the perception is skewed for both sides. Like
beginners shouldn't really be playing a campaign at all, because I think it's not actually hard if you don't have to take time to learn it.
Well, that's the most challenging part about FTD is learning how to play FTD.
Yeah, but if you just go into the designer, I guess what I'm saying is that beginner level designs can beat the campaign.
That's 2 damage.
It's being a beginner and also trying to use those beginner level designs that is overload.
I hear what you're saying. You can beat the campaign using beginner designs, but you got to do it in designer mode first. Is that what you're saying? Or at least that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dragon Slang, 2 damage, and despawning.
Whatever. I'll see him downstairs in the loser bracket with me.
Yep, and in fact, give me just a sec. I will be able to tell you who the opponent is.
Hoping for me.
So 11 will be going up against Cthulhu Wen. So Borderwise will be facing off against Cthulhu, and the winner of that fight will be in top 8. Next fight we've got coming up will be Coffee versus Char, but I'm going to restart the game, so hopefully I can take care of the audio clicking.
I say you start a new synthesizing music out of it.
Yep. I'm going to call this one here and get right into the next one. So, on that, as always, until next time, enjoy.